will be having discussions with us in terms of any additional resources that we could put to this initiative. And what we hope is that these businesses will thrive, these businesses will flourish, and through it all, will help put New Jerseyans back to work. So thank you.
I know that the Deputy Commissioner needs to make his way to Trenton, so I thank him for his presence representing the state of New Jersey. All right, I'll just add one additional note to what you just heard from the Deputy Commissioner. When we started to conceive this idea with our next speaker, Vaughn Mckoy from PSEG, we started to think about who might be the logical ally in the state. We talked to Richard Constable and others. Richard got the idea right away. Some people get it, and he's certainly one of the people who gets it. So we're happy to have him and his department on board. That brings me to our next speaker. You can't do these efforts alone, and it's always great to have a partner who you can trust and you can talk to about developing new ideas. This idea had a little bit of energy going with it, but you still need some people to sort of stoke the coals and make the train go further. So there's people like that in our state, and we happen to know one of them who's over at PSEG's Foundation, Vaughn Mckoy. We thank you for your efforts, and we thank you for your support. Let me bring you up here and you can tell people about it.
Thank you. Jeff had it right. There's a lot of energy behind this. No pun intended. Energy. Thank you. Maybe I should call you Dr. Robinson and Dr. Ogilvy for having us to participate. And what I think is truly a partnership when you bring, government together with academia, together with the not-for-profit community, and then with a for-profit arm like PSEG. And so we think it's a partnership and a marriage that I think we can bring forth and really develop here in the state of New Jersey. And as you can see from the banner that hangs behind me, we make things work for you. And I think we don't take that lightly, at a company that we call public service. And I think public service stands for that. We are a company that really cares about the community. And I think we have a lot of partners in here who can attest to that. And we understand and recognize that we are only as strong as the communities that we serve. And we want to build strong and vibrant communities. And as you heard this morning from Craig in New Orleans, it was a public-private partnership that really helped them to advance the ball in New Orleans. And I think the model that we're talking about here, can work in a state, that has 8.5 million people. That's the most densely populated state in the union. And so I think we have a terrific opportunity to do something very, very special. And as Dr. Robinson mentioned, I would love to be a not-for-profit right now on the cutting edge and be able to take a part in such an innovative effort to have 6 months of technical assistance and then 12 months of hands-on guidance and leadership from professionals around the state of New Jersey. And one of the things that PSEG is bringing to the table, obviously we have a conference facility in our building where I think a lot of the training is going to take place. And we have disciplines in our building from accounting to finance to IT. And so we're going to be doing some skill-based volunteerism, for the people who will get chosen for this institute to provide technical assistance. And so we are excited, and obviously we were one of the funders of this gathering that we have here today, and we have some ideas about to do things going forward. And so we want to thank Rutgers and Dr. Robinson, Dr. Ogilvy, and Steve Diner for being here and allowing us to partake in this, because we think it's a really, really exciting opportunity. We are really, really excited about being a part of it, and I think, with that, we can do great things to make a real impact, in our communities, because if we talk about unemployment, we talk about, gangs, we talk about the dropout rate, all those different things these social entrepreneurs can be designed to solve. And if they solve those problems, they're not just helping the social enterprise, they're helping the community as a whole. And so thank you, Dr. Robinson, for allowing us to be a part of this, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vaughn Mckoy. I think there's one other person that I've been chatting about this whole effort with over the last couple of years, and that's the next speaker. Don Crocker, who's the Executive Director for the Support Center for Nonprofit Management, has been an ally with me because he's been talking about social enterprise with various nonprofit organizations for many years. We had a chance to work with one another on several initiatives and with several nonprofits who were thinking about making that transition or adding this as part of their services. And now we're finally at the point, all those ideas and conversations we had over coffee are now coming to reality. So I'd like to bring him up for his remarks, and then we'll start to close things up. So Don Crocker, Executive Director.
Greetings, everybody. First of all, thank you for having me here, and most of all, thank you to all of you for coming in here today and being part of this. As Vaughn said, this great energy, it really is truly great energy. And of course, you can tell Jeffrey brings great energy to this. I actually met Jeffrey about 2 years ago with a nonprofit. I had a nonprofit come to me and said, I really want to get my board ready to be primed for social entrepreneurship. And they had the idea of bringing a lawyer in the room. And I said, oh, I don't think you should go that route. Let's get Jeffrey in the room. And it was the first time I really heard Jeffrey's spiel on social entrepreneurship as it relates to nonprofits. And I agree with Vaughn and Jeffrey and all of our other speakers. Stephen, this is an amazing time. It's an amazing time where things are very difficult, really, in our economic environment, very volatile, but there are opportunities, and this entrepreneurship really brings us an opportunity. Just last Thursday, Stephanie Strom, a reporter at the New York Times, had an article in the paper. If you didn't see it, you should take a look, really about the shifting way that folks are thinking about providing social good services, the idea that there really are social good corporations emerging and social entrepreneurship ventures that are growing. And the conversation really is, are we thinking now, finally, of new ways of financing nonprofit and social good work? And I think we are. At the Support Center, this doesn't feel totally new to us, although it feels like a whole step up in terms of energy. We've been working with PSEG for years. The Support Center was actually birthed in Newark. A lot of people don't know that because our main office is in New York City now. But we're here in Newark, we're down in Trenton, and we were birthed in Newark. So it's great to be here again. PSEG for years has been committed to helping nonprofits and social do-gooders to manage well. And they've invested in a series of workshops over the years on financial management, building ethical, transparent, effective boards of directors, helping organizations to figure out how to do great human resource management. So this is a step up, brings us into really the next generation of nonprofits. The Support Center is actually just now celebrating its 25 years. Jeff said we're committed to a year. I want you to know we're committed to the next 25 years, Jeff. And we're very excited about this. We're looking forward to this next generation. Mostly we're looking forward to working with all of you to bring social entrepreneurship to the next level here in New Jersey. As Vaughn mentioned, and Jeffrey, and every other speaker, there are issues to address. The chronic unemployed, certainly large degrees, pockets of poverty. This is a great opportunity for a new and innovative way to address those issues. We are very proud to be partners in this endeavor. So thank you for having me.